Today is January 11th, Thursday, and I'm going to record a 30-minute session here, or 30 minutes plus. Get America's card room fired up here. We'll be playing 10 and out. We're going to try to get 2 tables going. To try to reach close to 800 hands today. I figure that'll take about 7 hours, 7.5 hours, depending on how many breaks I take, and how quickly we can get on a table. I really fought off the urge today to just jump right back on a table after having a really bad session last night. A bad session of my own making. In fact, there was a hand where I called all in against quad jacks, and I had ace high. I don't know how to explain that at this very moment. But yeah, there's still some issues to fix. With that being said, again, this is a focus session, and the focus being playing the KISS ranges, particularly focusing in on the in-position ranges. We might play a little bit tighter from out of position just to make sure that we're taking full advantage of the in-position hand ranges that we can, while looking at our opponents and focusing on one stat from the Cash Game HUD from Sky Matsuhashi. And the stat that we're looking at today is going to be the fold to steal, mainly because we are going to be playing most of our hands in position against the blinds. So we're going to be looking at how often they fold their blinds. If we have a calling station, someone like me, by the way, I don't take pride in that, we're obviously going to be tightening up those ranges for attempt to steal. The other objective here will be to fold a lot more to c-bets. Another hand that I got involved in last night against a decent player who I should have known better. Pocket aces versus their pocket sixes. They flopped a set, and we got it all in on the flop after I 3-bet. So I think I bet they raised, I re-raised, and I believe they shoved. I'll have to look at the history on that one just to see exactly how that went down, but needless to say, it was a hand I could have gotten away from. Let's make sure we are set up here. I just went through and adjusted Sky's Cash Game HUD to make it transparent. That was one of the things I was struggling with, was being able to see the action on the table. Just not used to using his HUD yet, but I just went through all the stats that are there, so I have a basic understanding of what's there, not necessarily a working knowledge of how to use each one. That is also why we picked one stat to look at today to learn, and that was based on Sky's suggestion for really getting used to the HUD, which I think was a great suggestion. We are going to post behind on this second table because the button will be passing us and will be coming in the cutoff, which is in position. On this first table, we're about to be big blind, so we'll be getting started shortly on that one as well. I should be looking at who my opponents are. So I did double up Secret Squirrel last night. In fact, I believe he is the one that had the trip sixes versus my pocket aces. He's probably loving the fact that he's to my left right now. I would too if I were him. Stoyanovich, got some history with there. I believe we like being to the left of them. Pretty loose player. Let's look at this table. Don't recognize Bob. We got Secret Squirrel here too. Also again with position on me. Played Golf Boys 7 last night. I don't recall. I think they're fairly solid from what I recall. We'll see when the stats kick in what that says. Where's Secret Squirrel from? Herndon. That sounds like a Nevada name. Herndon or Hemden. It's either Nevada or California. 7-8. All right, so this is in the small blind. Again, we're really focusing on playing good in position. Most hands from the small blind, especially when there's prior aggression and early on, we are just going to fold. Even though this is a decent raising hand as a bluff, it is a 3-bet hand for the small blind versus EP. But we're just getting started, so we're going to let this one go, and I wish I hadn't. Holy cow, look at that flop. That's definitely a continuing scenario there. Now, we haven't hit the turn. If they bet again, we might need to consider, yeah, they bet big, they bet the pot, so it'd be hard to turn this up. Do we see it? I don't know. I think I need some advice on this. And look at that, we're getting pot equity. Now, you got to wonder what they're in there with. Are they with the suited ace as well? Nope. We would have smacked that one down. Uh, 5-8. So we don't have any 3-gappers in our bluffing range here. That's for a more advanced time period. We do have some double gappers for the button. But that it consists mostly of, yeah, it's not a double gapper, it's a single gapper that we have in our range. Okay, so we got to change the HUD profile. There we go. And we made it translucent so we can see some of the action. That's 2. Move this up here, maybe that might be better. Same here. Oh boy. Okay. So we're looking at this fold to steal. So let's get familiar with this real quick. I don't have a stat on this because it always resets my stats. So I don't know what Secret Squirrel is saying on me. That would be interesting. I need to change the color of some of this. How come I can't see the 643 very well? It's really weird how it darkens out there, but for lower numbers it's bright for the number of hands. Okay, well, so fold to steal is 86% for Secret Squirrel. That's probably what my stats should be looking like, although I don't know if that's actually what it looks like. We could run some analysis, and I probably will later in my reports to figure that out. Let's see, okay, so we'll be fold to steal going on theirs, we're going to watch theirs. For now, it'll be Recession PRF, fold to steal is 7%. A lot less than Secret Squirrel, but over 8 hands. Not really enough to tell us much. Fold to steal 40%, over 100 hands. They're kind of stationary relative to Secret Squirrel, that is. Now we're going to play this out of position. Premium hand. This is EP versus EP. Ace Queen suited. Is shit, I can't find it on here. Let's just call. Fold. Relying on some default knowledge there. EP. There's no EP versus EP call. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ace Queen suited is in there as a call. Okay. Pocket forwards. From the small blind. We're not going to call here out of position. Not likely to continue to see that here. So see that stat. See that 40. That's a fold. I could have continued there. I shouldn't be putting him on kings, but I am trying to exercise the fold muscle. That reminds me, I meant to create a game I want to play with myself called Fold'em Bingo, where I start tracking hands and going back through after the night to see what hands I folded. And I kind of conceptualize it kind of like a bingo card, where you got premium pairs, big suited aces, suited connectors, straights, flushes, on and on. You get the idea. You tick mark how many times you folded on those, and if you can get each one of those filled out in a night, that's a bingo. This is just again to kind of reward myself for making folds, because that is what I'm working on. Try to employ something like that maybe tomorrow. It's an idea I've had for about a week or two now. Ace King from the small blind. We are going to have to play this OP. And this is Ace King versus cutoff and versus the button. We're willing to get it all in. Versus the big blind. Small blind versus big blind, 3-bet. We will be jamming with Ace King if they fight with us here. Let's just do it. Let's go secret. You know what? I know he's usually got a good hand. I don't think he's going to be willing to play his hand unless he's got aces. Probably wanting to do with kings, possibly with queens. Maybe with jacks. Probably not with a medium pair, even though that's what he snapped me off with last night, was a small pair. Yeah. I don't know, I should have just probably 4-bet. That was a little bit too deep to be shoving it there. Come to think of it, that should have been a 4-bet, not a shove. Oh well. Hey, we won 40 cents. Ace Jack offsuit. All aces will be played from the button. That is the open. And we're gonna get called by Secret. I think Secret's just itching to get into some pots with me. And that's totally acceptable and understandable. Okay. We're gonna check just to start things off with light c-bet, and we're not gonna c-bet 100%. As I'm accustomed to doing, but we are going to bet this turn. Okay, we get called. I will be going for a check behind. I could be getting value from a worse ace. Or just straight up losing to 2-pair. That was a good check though. I was getting value from a worse ace. It was a good play though. Even though I lost, that was a good play. Let's take hold. Bob 99, we've got 14 hands on now. 70, 50% hold steel. Ace Jack. The offsuit is a cut in position on the hand. Not gonna play that from EMP. 8-10 suited from the small blind. 8-10 suited small blind. 6, 9-7, but 10-8 is not in. Betting or calling or checking, it's just a fold, right? Yeah, let's see 10-8 suited in there. I see 9-7 suited, 8-6 suited. That's versus the button. Cut off. No. 27 suited not in there. That's an almost though. Well, not a, just an open raise. Queen 9 would be in the button open raise and small blind open raise. So had that not been raised, I would have raised there. Oh no, with Queen 9, not Queen 7. Not a cutoff hand. Probably do this recording until 6 o'clock. That'll give us 45 minutes. Okay. That would be an open from the button, not from MP. My stats are so far out of whack. We're already at 2013. How did that happen? 15 hands in. How did I pull that? I have a jack. What's the likelihood they do? That's just not blind on blind crime there. Well, we're going to open this, but we will easily give this up to a 3-bet. We'll give this up to a 3-bet from anywhere it's not suited. Pocket tens. We are going to be raising that. Okay, we got a pretty weak bet here. Flush draw. We got a raise. These guys know that I'm betting from my EP. Now, top pair, top kicker. Is this a recipe for disaster? Possibly. See a turn. Okay, so 10-9 would put me in trouble. And Otto is continuing to bet. What's Stoyanovich going to do? Stoyanovich raises, I'm going to fold. If he doesn't, this is a pretty weak bet. I can call that. Yeah, we're going to fold. I might be good, I might not. It's just the way it goes. 3/4. Let's see bet this. Not too worried. I mean, jack is possible, but oh my god, we would have snapped this one off. Again, trying to exercise that fold muscle. Rainbow board, there's a jack out there and they called my c-bet. I think we're going to go for pot controlling at this point. We might be in trouble here. So they're representing the jack. If I were to hand read this, it looks like they have a jack. They could be bluffing again, but we're going to give them credit for a jack at this point. 10.7. This jack, got some jacks in there. Okay, let that go. Folding doesn't feel fun. That's because my instincts are all wrong. Queen Jack offsuit. Can we make that a call from here? Button Queen Jack off is not in call range. Flip button. Queen Jack suited is. It is an open raise. If I were the one opening from the button. Oh boy, so I might be green and yellow here because this looks fishy. And that's what Sky has the color coding set on. So here, I'm red. That's like, watch out, when this guy enters, he's got something. Who else might be red? Oh my goodness. No other reds here. The reason why this is red is because they are low on the PFR. If they bet, which is something they rarely seem to do, pretty passive player, watch out. This is extremely passive. Played them last night. Auto whack is out of whack. Look at those numbers. So I don't want to be green here. We're just looking for the right hand to defend with so far. We haven't seen it. I'm not going to try to fit the numbers just to, or not going to try to conform to the numbers just to get the right stats in there, but I am going to be looking for the right hands to defend with. So we can not be green here. Not my main objective, but it's one to watch for. Is Fermi coming in for a raise? Sure enough, push. Way outside, not playing 9-4 offsuit for anything. These three suited from the big blind. Muhammad's in. Big blind, we're doing a 3-bet here. Against EP. No. Let's go. We have 9-8 suited and 8-7 suited as a 3-bet fold range. Ace-3 is not part of that. King-9 suited from the small blind, probably not. Oh, actually it is. It's in with, although I might be misinterpreting this. I do have a limp. I'm kind of gonna. Well, that's a pretty decent flop. We're going to continue. Probably get called. Oh shit, I have a flush. I didn't even see that board. Question is, do they have an ace high flush? Might get value from worse hands. I want to discount. Can we get 3 streets out of this? Maybe if we bet half, they might think we're weak. Okay, we get called. Do we think we're good? We'll bet half again. See if we still get value from a worse hand. I got second flush. Am I good? Nope. Fuck me. When will I learn? Old. Jesus. Well, given that I'm an atheist, Jesus has nothing to do with it. That's just pure stupidity on my part. High fours from the button versus middle position. Well, we're going to call that EP. Our black is pretty bad. We're going to come in for a raise here. Maybe that King-9 was just a cooler, but I don't know. Should have figured that was good when I got re-raised. You save $3 on the end if you fold there. Shit. That's what learning's all about, right? It has to hurt. Ten jack versus a 3-bet. We're going to fold this, I believe. Okay. Thanks for the info, boys. Ace 10 suited from cutoff. I think that's in there. Okay, ace 10 suited as a call is not in there. Fold. Right? Gotta learn to fold second best hands. It's one of my biggest weaknesses, probably. There's not feeling a lot of folding here. So what that means is probably tighten up my opening button and cutoff a bit. Or I could just tighten it up a little bit from the cutoff maybe. Take out 6-5 suited, 8-6 suited, still open with 9-7 suited, 10-8 suited, Jack-9 suited. Maybe take out 7-6 suited, keep 8-7 suited. Keep 7-6 suited when I'm in the button. Take out 7-6 suited when I'm in the cutoff. So that gets around to long home drive. There's two non-folders there. It's folding 50% of the time. We're seeing a lot. I mean, that's pretty maniacal. Or maybe that means that I should be betting more. I'm getting involved more. I tend to think the other way though. Probably tighten up just a little bit so that I get a stronger range when they do call me. A lot of limpers in there. Just gonna check. That's a pretty nice looking flop. Don't have a nut flush draw, but we've also got an open-ended straight draw. We'll lead on this. I could have done it as a check raise, and thinking about this now, I kind of wish I had. So the squirrel is in on this hand. If he's got any part of this, this might make him very happy. And we get called. We miss our draw, but we didn't pick up anything. Still have an open edge, and we still have a flush draw. Probably going to turn back. Hold this. And so we hit our flush, Jack high flush. They could have queens. If we get value from a queen, like king queen, queen jack, we're losing the queen 9, losing to a bigger flush. I don't know what they would have called the flop bet with, and then fold it all the way. Maybe they correctly assumed I had a flush, hence lower implied odds. You get your flush, which also tells me I should have probably bet the turn. If they were chasing something. My jack offsuit is nowhere to be seen in my range. Folding. Especially against those who don't fold steals. These queens. We get a fold to steal 67, 100%. Premium hand, in position. We are betting, possibly raising. Yeah. When we call, if there's a previous raise, we're going to open this. We're going to have to represent that king. It's a pretty passive player. And we could have played a wide range here passively. I mean, they're in a lot of freaking hands. King Queen off from EP. I don't think is in there. Oh. All right, we're gonna give this up because even if they have a 4, they're not likely to believe us having a king. Maybe they're trying to rep the king. So they bet. They do not bet. 6, 7. Wow, they were trying to trap this. They got shot. 16. Funny thing is, I didn't even think about. I mean, I saw the 5 come down. I was thinking, you know, yeah, that's a good hand for a wheel. I wasn't thinking about 6, 7 calling me down there. Glad I only fired it on the flop. Fired at it on the flop. Yeah, numbers are getting a little bit more back in line where they should be. Goal 10. Obviously, we want to be a little bit more active, but we've been a little bit card dead for the ranges we're looking for. And given that we're emphasizing in position play, I do expect that not to get much higher. Maybe around 15, 15, 13, somewhere around there. We're almost out of single digits over here. Ace-3, we are going to open. Unless, no, unless. This is a hand we will give up easily if there's a 3-bet. I've had a habit in the past of calling 3-bets with something like this. Thing to remember is that I don't have to win my bluffs. That's not the point. And oh my god, that would have been a fantastic flop for me. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to get lucky. We're trying to play good. If I were in this hand, I would be raising that bet. And I'd be willing probably to get it in on the flop. Yeah, with stats like this, 3-bet range, ace-jack off, call it 2-bet with 5-3 off, 3-bets in position with ace-10 off. So he probably definitely had an ace. Well, maybe not definitely, but very likely had some sort of ace that was beating my ace. But I've got a huge redraw on them, a lot of equity there. But again, it's not the kind of hand to call a 3-bet out of position with. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah. Weak raise, it is 10-5. That hand sucks. Let recession-proof live another day. We'll let him continue to be recession-proof. That's going to conclude our time today. Hopefully I stay on target with having done this recording. And we'll see you at the end of the night. Bye, y'all.